We're on our way from, now where have we come from? Moore Park, near Bundaberg, and we're on our way to the Bowden River. We've just come in here to Miriam Falls, turn off there to 1770 and Agnes Waters. We'll be coming back to have a look at those at some stage.
There was that sign there for Benaraby or
Barnaby. Don't know what that one is, but yeah, so quaint little town, school there on the left, motels. There was a golf course when we come in, and yeah, not a lot here. What are we paying for diesel here? 199.9. Well, we just picked it up down the road for 197, so diesel's definitely starting to come back down a bit, which is bloody good over here for all us travellers. Anyway, that looks like it was the town of Miriam Vale. Doesn't look like there's much else in it. Probably a population of maybe 1,000 people, maybe 2 at the most. But yeah, not a great deal here to see. But yeah, obviously turn off, like I say, to Agnes Waters in 1770. Another servo up here by the looks of it, or was it there? 199 for diesel here as well, so that seems to be the consensus in town. Caution, road conditions. So after all the floodwaters they've had up here, they're doing a lot of work on the road, a lot of repairs, a lot of new stuff. But the big sign that was just up there had caution written on all of the roads from here to Rockhampton. So anyway, that was Miriam Vale, and we're back on our hunt again to Bowden River. Boyne River. Boyne River, there you go. We're doing really well with this pronunciation of crap, I can tell you. Anyway, alright guys, we'll catch you in a later video. Ciao. Alright guys, next little town. We're about 20k up the road from Miriam Vale, and we're at a place called Boroughwren. There we go. They want to bloody give us some good names to pronounce here. Doesn't look like there's a real lot here. Little calf, possibly a servo. Maybe 1,000 people here in the town. Doesn't extend. A big giraffe there on the left, which is what you normally see. And the bear, Bundy Bear, playing a guitar. Yeah, a couple of little coffee shops, post office, a servo, and yeah, we're still sitting $1.99, so it's not too bad. Pub on the corner there. I'd say there'd be a few tall tales told in there. But yeah, we were wondering, we saw a cemetery about 5k's back, and was wondering what the bloody hell cemetery's doing out in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, Boroughwren. Yeah, nice little town, just north of Miriam Vale. Alright guys, catch ya. Alright, and welcome to Benaraby. Beautiful park here. We have some fires going. That's on the river, on the Bowen River, or the Boyne River, I think it is. But yeah, beautiful spot. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. It was awesome. So yeah, nice laid back stay for a couple of days. Alright, catch ya. Hi guys, good morning. We are just coming into Gladstone up in Queensland. We're staying out of Benaraby, little town about 20k south of Gladstone. Beautiful little spot. I'll show you some photos and some videos of that. Yeah, we're going to see a radiator man about the Nissan. Poor old girl, when she's towing, she's getting a little bit on the hot side. So we thought we'd come for a run in here to Gladstone and have a bit of a bo peep. We'll get to a information centre, see what there is. We've been told to have a look at the Gladstone Harbour tour. I reckon it's quite interesting. And not sure what else to see in
The
here.
Barra Markets.
The Barra Markets.
Yeah, and the Barra Pub. I reckon it's nice
Oh,
to sit
okay.
down and look over the river.
Okay, so city centre's off to the left here. So school there on the left, big industrial area. Shit, some big bloody smelter thing out there. Wow, that is bloody massive out there to the bloody left. We'll have a look at that a bit later on. This is into the town centre. I don't know why we're going away from the ocean, but not really sure.
The ocean.
Well, the ocean's behind us, love.
The river, isn't it?
Well, that leads to the ocean, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, but how far
There you go, Rasmus. While we're up here also, I owned a unit years and years ago, and I sold it because the thing was falling apart, so it'd be interesting to see whether it's still standing or whether they demolished it and put something else up, which I'd say would be the case. And anyway, apart from that, I don't know why we're following this old girl, we're just overtaking. This old girl here's been puffing some smoke down the highway, so I'd say she's done a few Ks. Now, city centre to the right. Well, I tell you what, you couldn't ask for a bigger bloody roundabout. I reckon we can nearly get a suburb of houses in here. Left, we'll just jump across here. Diesel, can't see what the diesel price is there. He's blacked it all out.
We don't have any.
Could be the case. Alright, city centre. Very well spread out, Gladstone. It's yeah, it's a pretty big town now from what I can see, but hopefully we'll get a good view of the city once we get up and over this hill. It gives you a bit of an overview on how big Gladstone is. It's bloody massive. A lot of big industrial sites out there to the left. Hockey fields by the looks of them. Lots of units.
Didn't we have to go left?
Right.
All right, yeah.
Was it? We'll go right then. Turn left. This looks like the main drag of Gladstone. The old town hall there on the right. Alright, welcome back, guys. The voice got the better of me there. So we're just going for a drive through the main street. Beautiful town, nice and clean. Some really lovely old buildings, as you can see the one here on the left. I think Deb was mentioning it was built back in 1881, somewhere around that. Maybe not that building there, but a couple of them that we noticed the dates on. But yeah, nice and clean, tidy, very modern, and it's a really big city. It's very, very well spread out, I must say. It is, but it covers quite a few square kilometres, so it's very vastly spread. But yeah, nice old pub there on the corner, some beautiful old architecture there. And then up the top end of the street here, you get a great view of the harbour. So some of these shops, buildings, and residential blocks would have some absolutely spectacular views out over the harbour, and all the industry. There is a hell of a lot of bloody industry here. I suppose the worst part about it is that a lot of it is owned by foreign countries. So I think we only own something like maybe 80% of all the industries that are here. But we'll go up to a lookout later on, and yeah, we'll give you a little bit of a rundown of all the industries that are around when we have a look there. All right, thanks guys, catch you later. But yeah, lots of industry here in Gladstone. So I know it's a major port for coal. So when the coal comes out from out west somewhere, it's loaded on the ships here. So not sure where we're going at the moment. But that looks like the pilot's boat going out there. So they must be bringing in a big ship of some sort. So this looks like as far as we can go. But there you go, some more the port up there. Alright guys, well we're going to do a bit of a Google and see if we can find a radiator place, and we'll have a bit more look around and get to a information centre. See what there is to see. Alright, catches. Alright, how we going guys? Been to the information centre, booked our trip on the Gladstone Harbour tour for Sunday, and we've just come for a drive out here to the marine park area. Now apparently this was all swampland that has been reclaimed by Maritimes, and they have done an absolutely marvellous job. I mean, lots of parkland here, lots of parking. I mean, interesting stuff to look at. You can see there I think that's the coal loading facility, although I'm not 100% sure for the boats. But it's really pretty true here. We thought we'd just do a quick vid. Coming up on the left is the internal part of the harbour. So a lot of smaller boats are moored and whatnot. So it is, yeah, there's a big marina there on the left.
That's where I think we have to be, somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah, somewhere
maybe
there.
On that end one there.
We've got to find out where our tour leaves from, but
she wrote it on
little beach here on the right hand side. I don't know whether you'd be keen enough to swim in there, because they have seen the occasional croc, and I say occasional.
You need one.
Croc through here. So yeah, really, they've really done well with us. Really done well. So it's yeah, it's quite a tick. So you've got a picnic lunch. Definitely recommend you come out here and have your picnic lunch, and there's always something to see going on the harbour. Whether it be coal loaders, and there's two big ships in there, and there's room for another one in between the two of them. But yeah, really pretty. So anyway, we'll keep it rolling for a little bit further and show you some of the marinas that are here, some of the ferries, big fast freedom caps as they call them there. So yeah, interesting place. I've got a feeling this marina was the one that was built back in the 90s, I think, because I remember I had a unit up here and there was talk about a big marina going to be built down here with millions of dollars and all the rest of it. So anyway, I'll keep it rolling for a little while so you can have a look. It's definitely worth, if you get up here, it's definitely worth coming out for a drive. It's yeah, a very pretty place. bit of a look at the marina. Alright guys, well we're off to the lookout, so we'll catch you when we get up there and we'll show you the lookout. Apparently pretty spectacular. I've got a feeling, see there to your right there's a hill up there, I've got a feeling that's where it might be. Anyway, we'll get up there and we'll have a look and we'll show you the lookouts. Apparently 360-degree views of all over Gladstone. Alright, have a good one. Catch ya. Alright guys, we're up here at the lookout. What you've got in front of you is a Queensland Alumina Limited. And it's been an important contributor to the Gladstone region since 1967, and it's one of the largest alumina refineries in Australia, exporting its products globally as well as providing it to the Boyne Smelter Limited. Queensland Alumina Limited is the nation's oldest operating refinery, and its operations include a wharf and storage facility, South Tree Island. So that's the area out there. Now I don't know what the difference is between alumina and aluminium, but I guess they're the same thing. Anyway, we'll move on to the next port of call, so to speak. Okay guys, stage 2. What we have here is the Boyne Smelters Limited. So it's situated on 90 hectares of land at Boyne Island, and is Australia's second largest and Queensland's only aluminium smelter, and has been operating since 1982. It is the Boyne Tannum area's largest employer and player in a major part in allowing the community to grow to what it is today. So that's that section out there. Sorry about the camera work, it's just a little bit hard to read and do all that, especially with the signs. Okay guys, down in that direction there are the towns of Agnes Waters and 1770, which they say is a very big holiday destination, which I think many of you know anyway. We'll get down to see those towns a little bit later on, but that's down in that direction there, a little bit back from where the aluminium smelter was. Okay, so we're looking south from this the lookout that we're up the top of Gladstone. It's basically right in the centre of Gladstone. It's a beautiful lookout, but they need to trim some trees. It's getting a little bit hard to see up here. Catch ya. Alright guys, so here we're looking sort of slightly northwest, and we're looking at the Croombit Tops and Gallopy River. Goodness me. Now apparently up on the plateau of the Croombit Tops there's a United States Army Air Force World War II consolidated B-24D Liberator bomber, and it crashed up there in stormy weather in February 26, 1945. So hopefully we'll get up to that area up through there and have a bit of a look. We've only got a week up here, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, so we're looking a little bit more due west now, and up through there is Lake Wonga. So Lake Wonga is it's a beautiful lake, and it's stocked with barramundi, mangrove jack and sea mullet. And if you happen to reel in a mangrove jack, consider yourself lucky, as they are a rare find, so they say. These fish are a product of Gladstone area's waterboard fish breeding program, and the largest breeders of barramundi fingerlings in Queensland. Alrighty guys, looking little bit more to the north here, we're looking at Mount Larkham and Orica Yarwun, and Rio Tinto and the power stations. NRG power station is up on this region up here. So that big peak that you can see there that's Mount Larkham, and apparently it takes you about 2 hours to climb it, so we'd be buggered if we'd be doing that. But yeah, it's a nice backdrop to Gladstone. As you can see, Gladstone's still sprawling further north and further west. Alright guys, on to the next one. Alright guys, over there in the distance there with you can just see at the foothills you've got Cement Australia. It operates the clinker kiln, 2 cement grinding mills and a lime kiln, all controlled by state-of-the-art technology designed to optimise energy efficiency and minimise environmental impacts. Great emphasis is placed on achieving product consistency from the mining of raw materials throughout the manufacturing process, where advanced process controls coupled with laboratory testing, management and monitoring each step of the production and delivering process to ensure the highest standards. Now, what have we got? We've got cement leaves the site in many ways, including 30,000 tonne shipments, 40-tonne road tankers, and all the way down to 20-kilo bags found in the hardware store. So there's lots that go on out there, and obviously then they've got the loading terminal there for the ships as well. So yep, all a little bit more of interest to you. Okay guys, here we have Australian Pacific LNG and Shell's QGC venture. So in front of us here is Australian Pacific LNG, is the largest producer of natural gas sourced from coal seams in Eastern Australia and processes this into liquefied natural gas, LNG, for export at its facility on Curtis Island, which is the big island up behind it there. As well as being a global LNG producer, Australian Pacific LNG is also a major supplier to Queensland domestic market and supplies many of the local Gladstone industries with gas as well. So down there you've got Auckland Hill, is that little hill behind the little hill behind the units there. They call that Auckland Hill. And then you've got Auckland Point Terminal, which is there to the right, and then Benaraby Point Terminal, which is in there as well. So yeah, very pretty harbour. Got a lot of industry on it, but it is a very pretty spot up here. Right guys, well down here you can see there's one big ship that is actually moving out, and there's one ship there still at the dock. Well, just in front of that you can sort of see a lake, and that's the waterfront precinct that they've built for everyone. Cost them $42 million to build, and that was the part that we were just driving through. They have done a spectacular job with the parks and whatnot there. But anyway, just a bit more of a look around as we're facing east. Okay guys, it's looking east again out here. Out here we've got Heron Island, Facing Island and Northwest Island. So out here beyond us, over the top of these sort of islands here. Now Heron Island and Northwest Island are coral cays, meaning they are completely composed of sand and coral fragments. Heron Island is surrounded by 24 kilometres of reef and boasts several nesting spots for green loggerhead turtles. Northwest Island, that's situated about 75 k's from Gladstone and is the largest coral cay in the area. So there you go, just one last look at the whole area. Bloody spectacular. Very pretty place. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this. Some of the boards that I've been reading on have, I mean, this is one of the better ones, but some of them are very decayed and damaged, so it is a little bit hard to read out what's on them. And I must admit, I'm no real narrator. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. Catch us later. Good morning, guys. We've come out here to a Wonga Dam, which is about 20 or so k's south of Gladstone.
Oh my goodness.
And we're just heading up to the lookout there now. I say a fairly decent sized dam, with something like Wonga Dam or anything back down in Sydney way, but it's definitely a fair size. Big. Oh, that's a dam wall there in front of us. Wow, it's a big dam wall. So it looks like it's fairly full. I won't say. I don't know where the 100% mark is, but
get out and take some photos,
looking at that there in front of us, it's a pretty awesome bloody thing.
Oh my goodness.
Very pretty. So we don't know, we haven't got any specs on it at the moment. There's a signpost up there, but this is lookout number 2, so we will we'll go up and we'll give you a bit of a look at it. Lookout number 1. Alright, catch you soon. Alright guys, we've just been up, Debs just taking a little video of lookout number 2, I gather. We're in just like a barbecue type area down the side here, and the little hut there that you can see there in front of us, they're dotted all the way around here.
Sit down and have lunch.
So yeah, I don't know where there's barbecues in them, but there's picnic tables in them. So
there's barbecues on the outside. There you go.
On the outside.
Just there.
Oh yeah. So there's barbecue beside them. I'll see if I can. It's a bloody big lake. God, I'll have to take it back what I said before. It goes for a fair way. Another boat ramp there.
Would there be crocodiles here?
I don't think so, love. It's fresh water. I don't think they'd come up this far. Although I can't say that for certain. But so there's another one there. I'll see if I can get over here and show you all the way along the edge of the bank here.
Look at that.
Yeah. So there's your picnic area there.
Take a photo.
I mean, Deb's going to take a photo. But there'd be about. I'm just going to move around here. But as you can see through there's a kids' play area there. There's about half a dozen or more of these little huts, all dotted along this area. And there's some, I'd say, kids sailing going on at the moment. They're only tiny little boats. They're not very big. They nearly look big enough to be bloody remote control. They're that small, but I think when we get closer, they'll probably be something like a little 3-metre thingo. I don't know what you call them, but anyway. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get back up here. We're gonna head back now to where the caravan park is and boat ramp and whatnot, and we'll show you a bit around there. Alright, catches. Alright guys, we're just coming up to the caravan park that's here.
Riverston Bay.
There you go, Riverston Bay caravan and camping area. We'll
oh, it's beautiful.
yeah, we might be able to have a bit of a drive through there and show you what's here. It's not a bad park actually. It's works department, residence, caravan, no entry, exit only. So
picnic area straight ahead.
Yeah, tenant's vehicle only. So we can't actually drive through there and show you, but plenty of grassy sites.
Beautiful.
Big amenities house down there, and camp kitchen, and you've got a view out the front here. Well, some of them have got a view. It's pretty awesome.
And again, probably only like 20 minutes to Gladstone.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't take long to get to Gladstone from here.
All
We were
these
quite
little
surprised.
places.
We actually had to replace a radiator in the car, and we left at 7 because we had to be there by 8:30, and we were in town by about 20 past 7. So
McDonald's breakfast that morning.
yeah, McDonald's breakfast. But anyway, so I was correct. There are only little sailing boats that are there. So there's a bloody. It looks like Lake of Wonga. Okay, might be an information centre or something. But play area down there. So they're like a little 3-metre skiff. These little boats. So for the kids, and they got a good day for it. It's blowing pretty good.
Play area.
Yeah.
Like Queensland do it right.
So yeah, the boat. Yeah, that's funny. The boat ramp's closed off there.
Maybe only for these little sailing boats that you can drag down.
Yeah. So yeah, more huts over there as well. Big car park. So yeah, very very nice place. We'll get up into the car park and see if we can show you a little bit more one way. So yeah, more of the huts up there. They're scattered all across the bloody hillside there, and they look like they've nearly all got barbecues as well.
Yeah, they do, and a bin.
And a bin beside it, so you can't get much better than that. But there you go. There's a bit of a view there out into the lake. Very very pretty
more
spot.
Huts down here.
Yeah, more huts there to the right. Just a bit of a shame that the breeze is a little bit cool, and it's very much onshore. So
might have lunch back at home.
yeah, in the sun and out of the wind would be absolutely lovely. But anyway, all right, guys, catch. All right, guys, this will be it for part 1. There's just so much to see up around here, and this lake. Wonga was an amazing place to see. Take my hat off to Queensland Council, governments, locals. They really maintain their areas well. All these little huts are dotted all across the place with barbecues and bins. Not sure what the satellite dish is doing on that thing there. Maybe you can bring your TV out here. So we stopped for a bite to eat. Enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.